a call. Strike three, he just struck out the side. 7 strikeouts for Wheeler. Back to the wall. It's gone! What a play!
And JT gets one again. He'll win the game on a walk-off by JT Realmuto.
Caught by a diving Bryson Stott.
And the bank is rocking.
Christopher Sanchez with his second complete game of the year. Rangers got it. His second career shutout.
Into right field. Fair ball. Philadelphia leads. Down the line. It's a fair ball. Castellanos the hero.
For the first time in 13 years, the Phillies will celebrate as National League East champions.
Every year, 30 baseball teams begin a long journey toward a championship. Some teams start out as long shots, others run in the middle of the pack. Then there are the front runners, the elite. After a 6-month summer marathon, 12 teams are left to fight to the end. 30 teams start out, only one can be the victor. There are 2 simple goals: make it to the playoffs, win the World Series. For the 3rd straight year, the Philadelphia Phillies made it to the postseason. For the 3rd straight year, their quest for greatness was cut short. But the organization and the players are absolutely committed to putting the best possible team on the field. This is John Kruk. I've been lucky enough to experience playing winning baseball in Philly, and there's no place like it.
And Harper wins it on a walk-off.
I've also been honored to chronicle this current team in the broadcast booth. In all my years in baseball, this has been the most gritty and entertaining team I've been around. I can't wait to keep following their quest. Spring training, Clearwater, Florida. Beautiful place. Back in the day, I wasn't much for the training part.
You're a much better player. The fatter you get, the better you hit them. You might be the best fat player I've ever seen.
It's tough to get away with that these days. They have so much workout equipment and all kinds of baseball facilities, not to mention a couple hundred trainers and coaches to keep an eye on you. Not sure I could have handled the modern game. The camp opened with an air of extreme confidence. Last year, we were just 1 win away from the World Series. Phillies management had built a powerhouse team, a dynamic offense, an excellent rotation, solid defense, and a nasty bullpen. It was a great mix of seasoned veterans and good young talent on the rise. This team was battle-tested, having made it to the postseason the last 2 years.
You know, this year it seems like we have 25, 30 guys back at least, and I think that's huge. It just helps with the chemistry, helps with the flow, helps, get off to a little bit better start.
You show up out here and you know what you're going to be walking into, and it's time to get to work.
All of this work that we're doing now, showing up early for spring, getting our reps in, the baseball season in general is a chance to get back to those moments.
Rob Thompson and his excellent staff of coaches created a great, relaxed atmosphere.
It's like some people enjoy it out back on their stoop. Trey does it during stretch. Where's Dad? Dad? I said, where's my dad? You, Jacob Tyler.
I got the microphone on. You have to be nice to me today. See? Triple. Hey, you want to say hi to your mom?
Hi, Mom.
Say love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
Maybe the only worry going into the season was that Phillies ace Zach Wheeler was entering the last year of his contract. That got taken care of very quickly.
Just a fabulous contract. He really wants to pitch for a winning team. He enjoys being here in Philadelphia. And for them to have gotten him on a shorter deal in this day and age, I think it's a huge coup for the Philadelphia Phillies.
I love Florida, but after 6 weeks of spring training, I can't wait to get back to Philly.
We're ready for more. We want to win a World Series. So with that comes those big moments, and we have a lineup and a pitching staff and a bullpen full of guys that can have that moment.
But the main goal is to win a World Series, and we haven't done that yet. That's the ultimate memory. That's the ultimate goal. We're looking forward to that. I think the fans are as well, and hopefully we can give them an even bigger memory than the last 2 years.
We're motivated, and I know they're motivated as a city and as a fan base. They've been waiting a while. You know, we could give them a little taste here the past couple years, and but you know, we're ready to take that next step and get one for everybody.
By the end of March, everyone was ready to get the season started.
Go Phillies! Go Phillies!
From Citizens Bank Park in South Philadelphia today, it's the opening of the 2024 Major League season as the Philadelphia Phillies play host to their division rivals, the Atlanta Braves.
Man, I love opening day. Every team starts out in first place. Of course, the Phillies do it right. One of my favorite memories from my career took place on opening day of 1994. It was my first game back from cancer surgery.
And would you believe it? The Cracker is second with a double. What drama?
Best medicine I ever had. It's hard to believe that Citizens Bank Park has been open for 20 years. We would spend this entire season celebrating the history of this great park. And who better to kick it off?
Charlie Manuel, Larry Boa.
Early fireworks.
Harris up the alley to the track, pulls up the wall, it's gone! And Brandon Marsh has put the Phillies on top here on opening day with an opposite field two-run home run.
Zach Wheeler was dialed in.
Swing and a miss, he got it. 6 shutout innings for the Phillies right-hander on opening day.
But the bullpen couldn't hold him.
And this is going to clear the bases. And the Braves have blasted this one wide open, and they lead it 9-2.
We were no longer in first place. The best part of Philly is that all the local teams share a brotherhood. We let two of the greatest Eagles get some love.
It's hard to play in this city and not let it engulf you.
You got to have thick skin.
Yeah. You got to have the thick skin, and you got to show that you care. You got to show that you want it. When you show that, and the fans will embrace you more than anything, because that's what they want.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Say, you get the bank boy. That's my boy.
You go, JT.
Unfortunately,
and the Phillies have dropped the first 2 games of the 2024 season.
The next day,
and a line drive, that's a bullet deep to right, it is gone! Lead-off home run! Just what we needed, guys. Acuna with a throw, it's late, and the game is tied. Trey Turner delivers. Not that deep, the ball's coming on, and he dropped the ball! 2 runs will score. The Phillies have taken the lead. Castellanos reaches up, makes the catch. The ball game is over, and win number 1 is in the books for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Don't forget about me.
on April 1st, Christopher Sanchez opened some eyes.
8 strikeouts through 5 innings. Masterful for Christopher Sanchez.
Then Aaron Nola continued to add to the record book.
But Aaron now moves into 4th place all-time, all by himself in Phillies history.
Down in D.C., Ranger Suarez got his first win.
Yeah. And a fastball called strike 3. The Phils have won their first series of the year.
And the bullpen began to look very versatile.
Hit sharply right at short. Turner has it to second. 1 on to first. Double play. Phillies, they win the series in St. Louis.
Back home, the young guy started to do some damage.
He jumps, it's gone! Home run for Alec Bohm!
After review, the call on the field is overturned. It is a home run.
It is a home run.
Deep right field, and Bryson Stott has number 1.
The Phillies have become homer happy tonight. And Alec Bohm on the run. He loves this place. And the Phillies take game 1.
Then came late game heroics.
And the pitch is in the air to center field. Sawinski's going back. Doesn't matter. RBI walk-off single for Nick Castellanos.
Earlier tonight, the Phillies officially unveiled our Pioneers in Pinstripes display in the Hall of Fame Club. The new display honors the trailblazers of Phillies integration and features those names whose careers span the time from when Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color barrier in 1947 to when Dick Allen became the Phillies' first black superstar in the 1960s. The Phillies are proud to pay tribute to such an important part of our history that will be commemorated for generations to come.
Swung on, punch to right, a base hit, ball game. Christian Pache wins it.
And with that win, we would play above 500 for the rest of the season. Early in the season, there was some slight concern about Bryce Harper at the plate.
He's 0 for 11 to start the season.
No worries.
Swing and a drive, well hit up the alley, right center field, and it is gone, a grand slam! 3 for number 3 is Bryce Harper with his 3rd home run of the night.
Now, we all know Bryce can hit, but he was now making the transition to a full-time first baseman. I played the bulk of my career at first. It's a lot more demanding than it looks. Mike Schmidt, my broadcast partner, won 10 Gold Gloves at third base, then made the move over to first. He had a unique perspective on Bryce's defense.
He looks very coordinated over there. He catches the ball real nice. He's very comfortable there. I like everything about it. It'll probably be his place for the rest of his career. First base is much more difficult than third.
Really?
Absolutely.
Diving catch made by Harper at first, and the inning is over.
By the end of the season, Bryce was a finalist for the Gold Glove. In the past few seasons, MLB has encouraged teams to come up with an alternate uniform, something that reflects the city where they play. In early April, we rolled out a brand new look. They call it City Connect.
We were approached by Nike about 2.5 years ago. They started off just asking us a lot of questions about the city, about the Phillies. You know, what does the city mean to us? What does Philadelphia mean to us? We continued to take that idea and kind of fine-tune that with both Nike and the league.
It was unlike any other thing we had done before. We actually had a big tent set up right outside of Baycare Ballpark, and we had undercover missions going on throughout spring training of bringing the equipment from the equipment office to the tent. There was a lot of pressure on us for it not to be leaked. There's a lot of media around, there are a lot of fans around, and even other players. The 5 players that wore the jersey in the tent were the ones that saw it.
That was the easy part of hiding it, and the hard part of hiding it was talking about the photo shoot and kind of what they look like, and there's little details under our brims of our hats and things like that. Just little details is amazing.
It was the talk of spring to see what the unis were going to look like on us. I can speak for the clubhouse, and I think that we're all big fans of it.
For me, this uniform, this color, is a lot. It's a lot because you play for your team, or you play for the city too.
I feel like oftentimes I look at somebody else and I'm like, oh, they look good. And I'm like, man, I hope I look like that. So when you can connect with the city and share some history of the city and the thought they put into the uniforms is really cool. Seeing all the little details, some you may see, some you may not. The details are really well thought out and they're fun to wear.
Looking good, boys. Unapologetically Philly? I love it. One guy who really looked good in the City Connect was Alec Bohm.
3-run opposite field home run.
A second 3-run home run for Alec Bohm tonight.
RBI machine.
And 5th starter Spencer Turnbull followed up.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner with a sweeper. Swing and a miss, he got him.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Man, JT looks like one of the Transformers.
Sheets lines one into right field, and that ends the no-hitter. So now a round of applause for Spencer Turnbull from this crowd of 39,000 and change.
But early in the season, no one was more dialed in than Ranger Suarez.
Swing and a miss. He's got his secondary pitches just to a T in these last 2 starts. The 0-1 hit back to the box. Rangers got it. Fires the first in time. His second career shutout. The first of the year for the Phils. One of the more popular players in the Phillies clubhouse for his class, for his composure, and of course for his ability.
Of course, Zach Wheeler's always on his game.
Swing and a miss, he got it. Picks up his first strikeout.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out with a breaking ball.
Swing and a miss, he got him. as Zach Wheeler matches his career high 7 1/3 no-hit innings.
I think Bryce Harper would like to have the Fanatics' birthday declared a national holiday.
Happy birthday!
I don't know which present is better, that one or this one.
Kyle Schwarber launches one to deep right field toward the pole. It is gone! It's a Schwarbomb on the Fanatics' birthday.
Kyle Schwarber's 6th homer of the season.
And a strike 3 call. That'll wrap up this 8th inning. 7 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. Turnbull, Wheeler, Nola. 7 innings or more, 3 consecutive starts. And the Phillies have swept out the White Sox. It's back-to-back 3-game sweeps.
Out on the West Coast, we turned up the power.
It is gone! Number 100 in a Phillies uniform for Kyle Schwarber. Oh, man, that ball is crushed. A home run for Castellanos. It's his first of the year.
I think I like our City Connect unis better. A lot better.
The Phillies are homer happy tonight.
The next day, Alec Bohm continued his hot streak.
Alec Bohm, a 2-run home run, and he extends his hitting streak to 11 games.
Can you say NL Player of the Week, possibly the month?
For the finale, Bryson Stott got in on the fun.
Tatis going back, it's gone!
How about that, Bryson Stott with his 2nd 2-run homer of the day.
Then Taijuan Walker came up with a web gem.
Oh, what a catch by Taijuan Walker. Behind the back and then to first for a double play. Mark it down.
We finished the month of April in exciting fashion with a big comeback win over the Angels.
Opposite field home run for Castellanos. He's just tied this baby up here in the 9th inning.
Then Johan Rojas found his power stroke.
And it is gone! And Johan Rojas has put the Phillies in front.
And for the first time in Phillies history, we finished the month of April with 20 wins. There was nothing better than playing for the Phillies. But I'll tell you what, broadcasting the game is not far behind. It's an honor to watch the games with the greatest Philly of all time.
I tell you, this is a hairy confrontation here.
It sure is.
I hope our hairy guy wins it.
Then there's Taryn Hatcher. She does a great job of bringing us stories from the stands. She even has to put up with me on a daily basis. No easy task. Of course, T-Mac and I have developed a great bond over the years, even if I do pick on him a lot.
I got to get my handshake game back down.
Yeah. You failed miserably at it.
I did. There we go. I left him hanging.
I'm embarrassed for you. I really am.
Sometimes Tom serves as my own personal laugh track.
You scared him. You scared them. He scared the poor kid. Look at him. He doesn't know what to do anymore. He's like, he doesn't know if he should go over. There he is, Jeff. You're making amends.
Remember one thing. We are in the 7th inning of life, Tom. Larry and I are in the bottom 7. Let's hope it ain't a 7-inning game.
We sure do have a lot of fun in the booth. Another guy who got off to a red-hot start was Trey Turner. His 43 hits in April set a franchise record.
As Turner, it's a bouncer to the hole. It's the shortstop, Ahmed, with a long throw, but he beat the speedy Turner.
And not only could he beat you with his bat, he could do it with his legs as well. He has the sweetest slide in baseball, and it is beautiful to watch. Check this out.
Off the glove, Murphy. Turner gets to third. He's thinking about it. Here he comes. Murphy throws home. Hicks with the tap.
And the bullpen finished it out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Jose Alvarado comes back to get him. The Phillies take game 1 of this 4-game set with the Giants.
That night, we reached first place for the first time and held on to it for the rest of the year. Unfortunately, Trey hurt his hamstring on that slide into home plate and would miss the next 6 weeks. But a good team has depth, and we have Edmundo.
Like that man out toward center. No play at second base. It'll be a hit for Sosa. Trey like that.
He can do it all.
Ground ball to the hole. Sosa gets to it, throws over to first on one hop. What a play by Bohm. That's a great play all the way around.
Play to let him go deep.
That ball is crushed deep to center field. It is gone. A moonshot for Edmundo. Bless his heart, he's been the ultimate fill-in.
I love that guy. Edmundo. I loved Veterans Stadium. Some of my favorite memories happened there. I even helped people keep some souvenirs from there.
Haven't you always wanted to own a piece of Vet Stadium? It's like owning a piece of history. It's like owning a piece of my soul. And now you can, by purchasing a pair of authentic, vintage Vet Stadium seats. Mustard.
But it's pretty hard to beat Citizens Bank Park. I remember when it began to spring up in the Vet parking lot.
Citizens Bank Park, not your typical park.
Since then, a lot of great players and a lot of special memories happened here.
Let's go get the ring. The throw from his knees, it's in time, and it's a no-hitter. Unbelievable.
Number 58 for the big man. Yes! Bills win 11-10.
So far, we've had 7 trips to the postseason, 6 division titles, 3 World Series, and 1 magical championship.
Swing of the miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
What a place. The new trend these days is the in-game interview with players.
I think all of us, I mean, from our young guys to our veterans and staff and everybody else. I mean, this team meshes really good with this city as well. So it's a lot of fun for all of us.
I'm not sure I would have handled that well. I had trouble just keeping track of outs. These young guys seem to like it, though.
Raffy. Did you call him Raffy?
Yeah, that's his nickname. I don't stop, so if you hear Raffy, that's Bump.
How did he get that nickname?
He looks like a draft.
If you had to start a rock band, who would you take from the team, and what's the band name?
I take Kyle Schwarber. I take Stubby. I take Pache. Oh, what's the name?
Yeah, give me a name.
Stay loose and sexy, baby.
There you go.
They were definitely loose.
Then that's just sexy. Think Babe Ruth ever did the shimmy?
Gone! It's a 3-run bomb, and the Phillies take a 4-0 lead. And he makes the catch. The Phils have won 10 straight here at Citizens Bank Park. And a high fly ball to deep right field. Grand slam, Bryce Harper. Grounded over the bag down the right field line. It's a 3-run triple.
And Bryson Stott started to click.
It is gone! Bryson Stott has made it a 1-run game. Looper out towards center field. Stott is there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
The next night,
And it's a complete game shutout for Aaron Nola today in New York as the Phillies sweep the quick 2-game series, and they've won their 30th game already this season.
back home, we were rolling now.
Sir Anthony Dominguez works a 1-2-3 ninth inning, and the Phillies have taken 3 in a row from the New York Mets.
Up in the booth, we had a special guest.
You're making your rounds. It's great seeing you.
Tom, good to see you.
Yeah.
Becky?
Always a pleasure, Chase.
Yeah. Good to be back. The energy, walking around the city, saw a lot of Phillies hats, jerseys. Boys are playing well. It's great to see.
Then Ranger beat the Rangers.
Ranger Suarez becomes the first Phillies pitcher since Grover Cleveland Alexander to begin a season 9-0. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over. It's the 7th sweep of the season for the Philadelphia Phillies. They're 29-6 in their last 35 games. It equals the best stretch in franchise history.
We finished May with a record of 40-18. Everyone was having fun.
40's getting stuff thrown at him, which, it's only appropriate that he gets stuff.
These kids, man.
These kids.
I don't get it, man. When will they ever grow up?
Pumpkin seeds being thrown every which way.
Well, hopefully never.
Me neither. I don't plan on doing it either.
Amen to that. For over 4 decades, we have joined the fight against ALS.
The ALS hits home pretty hard for me. It's pretty tough to see. It's a tough disease. Obviously, we wish we have a cure, and hopefully we come by one soon.
The only way you could really fully understand it is if you had it, because people come out supporting, giving you that unconditional love and support. These people have had a major impact on me, but I didn't realize how much of an impact I had on them.
Together, we can fight for a better future for everyone impacted by this devastating disease.
The Phillies have always been great corporate citizens. Each year, the players and staff take part in a variety of charitable activities. It's been a great way for fans and players to interact.
We're so blessed to be able to do this for the 2nd year in a row. We love doing stuff like this, and it's just great to come together and see everybody.
You want to try to make a change any way that you possibly can. And we want people to know it's not just baseball players, and to be able to have the platform that we have and what the Phillies give us as a platform as well, to go out there and do what we want to do and do it seamlessly, that's a no-brainer.
It's opportunities like this that can cement a legacy in a kid and a dream, and that's something that I had as a kid, and I just hope to give that back to others.
Es muy importante para mí estar aquí, que para el equipo también es muy importante. Ellos son luchadores, son fuertes y de verdad son un niño muy inteligente. Es muy importante para nosotros estar aquí con ellos. Es algo especial y para nosotros es lo más importante.
Baseball players have a special bond, especially teammates who shared battles together. Rhys Hoskins is an important part of recent Phillies history. He was the first offensive homegrown player to form the nucleus of the current powerhouse team. Who can forget his incredible blast off Spencer Strider in the 2022 NLDS and all the fireworks that followed? He lost the entire 2023 season due to a knee injury and signed as a free agent with the Brewers last fall.
It's a great chapter of my life, and I have a much different respect for this city and just how great it can be. I'm kind of a crier. I'll probably cry at some point today. I think it just tells you all you need to know about the energy and emotion that I've been able to grab from this place over the last decade.
On June 3rd, he made his return to Philly. His welcome back was pretty special.
Batting for Milwaukee, Rhys Hoskins.
Gotta tell you, it does bring a tear to your eye in so many levels.
It does. How about the respect too to JT?
Everybody
gave him a hug, walked out, let Rhys have his moment alone. They basically said the hell with the pitch clock.
Then Rhys stole a base off the best catcher in baseball.
Toward the second base.
Oh, boy. They ain't laughing.
But JT had the last laugh.
Back toward the middle, base hit into center field. Rhys to third. He's being waved home. The throw by Rojas. It is in time. Last laugh.
Not to be outdone.
And Rhys Hoskins, as he did 77 times as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies, goes yard here at Citizens Bank Park.
But in the end,
line drive caught at third by Alec Bohm, and the ball game is over, and the Phillies take game 1 against the Brewers.
The next night, another standing O and another Phillies win.
And it is gone! Alec Bohm clears the angled wall. 1-1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Line drive after Mayfield. He is the hero. The Phils will win it. In the bottom of the 10th inning, Nick Castellanos, 2-1 Phils.
Game 3, more brotherly love.
That is awesome. That will never get old.
And more great defense.
Line drive, picked on one hop by Bohm. Coming home, throws high. He is out at the plate. And the pitch. And a called strike 3. London is calling.
And the Phillies pull off a series sweep over the Milwaukee Brewers.
Tremendous job and a great series for the Phils to finish off before they head to another country.
You heard that right. Another country. For the last few years, Major League Baseball has been trying to grow the game overseas. With strong markets in Asia and the Caribbean, they now set their sights on Europe. In early June, the Phillies and Mets crossed the pond for a series in London. It was a huge success. The Phillies brought a large presence to London, including an all-star cast of alumni.
We know how big it is in the States, we know how big it is in some of the other countries, but here in Europe it's not quite as big, so we need to come over here, grow the game, and continue to make this game one of the most popular in the world.
They took the city by storm.
The fans I saw in London, there was a lot. At least 75% Philly fans over Mets fans.
It was that way in the airport, too. I could not believe how many Philly fans were in the airport.
Go Phillies! Let's go Phillies!
Yeah, baby. Now it was time for the important two-game series versus the rival Mets.
The Major League Baseball World Tour visits its fourth and final stop of 2024 across the pond in London, England, and the home of the Premier League's West Ham United, London Stadium in the Stratford District near Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park for a National League East showdown between a couple of rivals.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think we've hit 18 time zones in like 17 days or something like that, something crazy. So I think we're having a blast out here. What a great venue this is at. Great crowd. I mean, 60,000 or something like that. I mean, it's pretty incredible, man.
And Bryce Harper has tied the game with a towering home run over the Mets bullpen.
Oh, beautiful celebration after the goal. The equalizer.
And the Phillies break it open here in the top of the fourth inning.
Pache comes around. It's a 6-run Philly fourth. Schwarber with a shimmy and an RBI. Is that us?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, no. Look at this. A fish and chips delivery across the pond from the Fanatic.
Here's a pitch that's blasted deep and hooking, and it is fair. It's a homer.
There's a deep drive to left field in London from Castellanos to make it 7-2.
Swinging a broken bat roller right towards second. Stott has it, steps on the bag, throws to first, double play, ball game's over.
In Game 2, we had the Mets on the ropes in the ninth. Let's hear how the English guy calls it.
And Castellanos' bat explodes. Are they going to get the runner at home? They're going to get the double play to win the game. What an end. The shattered bat. The runner out at home plate. And the ball fired into the glove. And the first baseman, Peter Alonso. And the New York Mets somehow withstand the Phillies rally. And they win Game 2 in London 6-5. What a game. What a finish.
What a cool little chapter in Phillies history. Cheerio, Governor. You gotta love JT Realmuto.
Wax one to deep left field. Going back is Carter. It is long gone. Towering home run for JT. It's his 6th of the year. It's a 12-game hitting streak. The Fanatic is capturing it all.
Of course, you gotta love the Fanatic, too.
Fanatic vision.
Coming at you. He doesn't know where to go.
No, but he got a great crowd shot. Looking great. It's a record 17-game hitting streak for JT Realmuto. It's the most for a Phillies catcher in franchise history.
His defense is incredible.
1, 2, 3, double play.
And his toughness is off the charts. Reminds me of my old friend, Mr. Dalton.
He's amazing.
He's Darren Dalton.
Near the chance. Every city loves toughness, but you're not going to find anybody tougher than that guy behind the plate. He's remarkable.
On June 11th, it was decided that JT would have surgery on his knee and would miss about a month. Once again, the depth of the Phillies roster would be tested. Rafael Marchand got the call from AAA.
Marchand golfs one out to right field. Santander's going back toward the wall. It is off the top of the wall and into the crowd. Solo home run for Rafael Marchand.
And behind the dish, he was no slouch either.
There he goes. The pitch swung on and missed. The throw to second base. Oh, man, what a throw by Marchand.
not to be outdone.
Did not have the same kind of jump, and Stubbs is going to throw him out. Boy, was his release outstanding.
Saw Marshawn do it last night. Garrett Stubbs this evening.
Raphael and Garrett did a great job of holding down the fort till JT could return. And the bullpen reflected our depth as well. Orion Kirkering came to the big club late last year and proved he could handle pressure innings at the back end of games.
Got it. Swing and a miss, a whiffle ball. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves here in the 7th inning.
What can you say about Matt Strong? Everyday Matty, and nothing scares him.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball got him.
Okay, let's keep this train rolling. Hey, Trey's back.
And here comes Trey Turner in his return to Citizens Bank Park.
Check the calendar. That's right, it's June.
And another 2-run home run for Kyle Schwarber.
It's June, and he just keeps on getting better. Diving stop by Turner. Flips to second for one. Over to first. What a double play to finish off a beautiful night of baseball here at Citizens Bank Park.
The next night, down by a run in the 9th.
Slap to left. It's a base hit. The game is tied. And it's 3-3 here in the bottom of the 9th.
He can't get it! It's a fair ball! The Phillies will win the game here in the bottom of the 9th inning!
Then, the Diamondbacks rolled into town. Time for a little revenge.
Whoa! A fly ball to deep right field. A 2-run moonshot.
And it's blasted way back to left. And the Phillies pouring it on now. It's 8-1 here in the 5th.
The next day,
ground ball over to third. Bohm gobbles it up. He's got it across the diamond in time. And the Phillies have won another series as they win it today by a final score of 4-1.
Check this out.
Broke his bat, loops it right back to the mound. Harper will get the double play, and now they'll throw it to third for a triple play.
Unbelievable.
McKinstry had no idea what was going on.
When you're hot, you're hot. And speaking of hot, how about Christopher Sanchez?
He's got to be easily, hands down, the best number 4 pitcher in all of baseball.
Yeah, he's got a great pace. He says yes. And now the 0-2 pitch to Bell. Swing and a miss. He got him. It's a 3-hit shutout for Christopher Sanchez. There have been 3 complete game shutouts this year by the Phillies. And maybe at the beginning of the year you thought he was the most unlikely to do it. But not anymore.
Oh, believe it. Speaking of complete games, Cole Hamels finished his Phillies career with 17 of them. A lot of those happened right here at Citizens Bank Park. So it was fitting that Cole chose to celebrate his retirement on a beautiful June night at the old ballpark.
Number 35, Phillies pitcher, Cole Hamels.
And after being showered with gifts and memories of his career, Cole had a few words for the Phillies faithful.
Philly, it's not for weakness. You definitely learned that. This is by far one of the best sports venues to play and to come watch a game. It's because of this atmosphere that players want to come here or they want to get on the bus and get the hell out. I'm lucky to call Philadelphia home. And now it's this team's turn. So let's go. Let's cheer on another run for a championship, guys.
And with a little help from Charlie, Lefty, and Chooch, Cole threw out the first pitch and gave everyone a nice case of goosebumps.
Cole Hamels!
Man, I love Wrigley Field.
And that one is crushed deep to left field. It's the second home run of the night, and I think it went out of the ballpark. But the Phillies hang on and win it 6-4. They are now 27 games over 500, which is the high water mark of the season.
Down in Atlanta.
There's a fly ball to left from Turner. He has his second homer of the night.
Looks like Trey found his power stroke. And Aaron Nola got himself a nice little milestone.
Aaron Nola picks up his 100th career Major League win.
The Phillies take the first game of this 3-game set.
Next, the Dodgers rolled into Philly.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Four-seamer at 98.
You don't think he's amped up to face Ohtani? Absolute perfect spot.
Trey kept his foot on the pedal.
Fly ball left field. Going back Vargas. Toward the wall. It is gone! Grand slam, Trey Turner! 8-0 Phillies.
The next night, let's do it again.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball got him.
Castellanos there. It's over. The Philadelphia Phillies win their 60th game of the season.
Let's go for the sweep.
Heads back to the wall. Gone! Another home run for Trey Turner. He is on fire. Swing and a miss. He got him. Huge strikeout for Nolan. Whoa, man, what a swing. A line drive home run for Brandon Marsh. On the run is Rojas toward the State Farm side. He makes the catch. Oh, what a galloping play.
Let's give it an exclamation point.
That ball is rushed deep to right field. Second deck. Kyle Schwarber. Ground ball to shortstop. Could be two. There's one and two. And the Phillies have completed the sweep against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Pretty remarkable series in front of 3 straight sellouts.
Pretty awesome. And now, we're about to make more history. The All-Star Game. The Fightin' sent a record 8 players to the Midsummer Classic. That's impressive. The festivities were fun for everybody, especially for the first-timers. Alec Boehm did pretty well in the Home Run Derby.
Bryce Harper came over with a bottle of Wooter. And I asked Bryce about that. He said, oh, that's Philadelphia for water.
Yeah. How about Alec Boehm, the first guy to swing the bat, knows he's going to be in the semifinals.
How about that?
How about that is right.
I remember my own All-Star experiences. In '92, they forgot my uniform top for batting practice, so I had to improvise. The next year, I was voted in by the fans. It led to one of my most memorable at-bats, facing the toughest lefty in the game, who was only throwing about 150.
I don't blame John one bit. You knew that was gone. He wants no part of Randy Johnson. None. Nada.
Anyway, back in Arlington, the Phillies did a great job of representing their hometown. All 3 starters got hits. Zach and Ranger didn't pitch because of workload reasons, but the law firm of Sanchez, Hoffman, and Strom were impressive. But the highlight for me came when they had a triple mic-up of infield Phillies.
Cost no matter. Oh.
Okay, yeah. Let's go.
Are you kidding me? Hey, let's go.
How'd that bell feel? That bell's brutal. If I don't wear these things. I need my Little League belt back.
Great stuff, guys.
Infield is in again. The runner goes from first. That ball pulled through the hole on the left side. A base hit, and the Pirates have come all the way back and have shocked the Phillies. They win it 8-7.
Well, it had to happen sooner or later. You can't stay hot forever.
And the Pirates will win a series here against the Phillies.
Then it started to get ugly.
That'll force it a run.
Boy, there's sloppy, and then there's this.
Yeah. And the Twins win it in the bottom of the 9th inning on a ball that never made it to the infield dirt. And they win the series against the Phils.
Back home, Cleveland came to town, and the shaky play continued.
And now they've got Martinez caught. Oh, they better throw it. No, he's not caught anymore.
Of course, it doesn't help when the umpires aren't on top of their game.
And a called strike through. According to the home plate umpire. And a call.
Oh, dear Lord.
He is really struggling behind home plate. I mean, goodness. And a strike 3 call. He's got to tighten it up.
I might get thrown out of this game.
Kevin Long has just been thrown out of this ball game, and somebody needed to be.
Yeah.
Kevin has every right to be upset on those calls. I mean, everybody does.
I think it's just the ebbs and flows of the season. We made a couple of mental errors and a couple of physical errors early, uncharacteristic of us. We got to clean it up.
The Guardians have taken the series from the Phillies, who have dropped 4 series in a row.
Then the big bad Yankees came to town.
Swung on and belted. High and deep left field. You can forget about that one. It's long gone.
Even Zach Wheeler looked human.
And the Bombers living up to their nickname. The 3rd home run in the first 8 batters here tonight off Zach Wheeler.
Well, this game is just getting silly now. It's 14-4.
Yeah, some say silly, some say it sucks.
The next night was an extra innings nail-biter.
He's safe! Base hit. Hayes ties it up.
But when you're going bad,
it will not. Swing and a miss. The Yankees win it in 12. And a forgetful homestand ends with a forgetful sweep at the hands of the New York Yankees.
And as July came to an end, we were 3-9 since the All-Star break. Imagine how many kids have sat in the stands at Citizens Bank Park and dreamed of playing for the Phillies. Sometimes those dreams come true. Tyler Phillips grew up in South Jersey as a big Phillies fan. He had spent the last few years in the Phillies minor league system. On July 13th, his dreams came true.
Tyler Phillips went onto the mound today with nobody else around him, his teammates recognizing the importance of his first major league start in the building of his hometown team. Swing and a miss, he got him. First strikeout at Citizens Bank Park. Swing and a miss. Boy, he's got some nasty stuff. This is no longer a murmur, everybody.
Nope.
This may lift Tyler Phillips all the way back to the dugout. A standing O.
His parents shared their emotions that night.
Unbelievable. I mean, he's dreamed of this from the time he was a little boy, and to see it come to fruition, I can't even describe the feeling.
It's just amazing as a dad, and you know, he worked so hard, and just a miracle for us.
Great stuff, but the story gets better.
6 shutout innings for Tyler Phillips.
As the pride of Bishop Eustace got his 2nd win. On July 27th, when the team really needed a win, Tyler pitched the game of his life.
Gets one to bounce out to second, stop to second for one, Turner to first. There's a nifty 4-6-3 double play.
With a little help from his friends.
Toward first, caught out of the air by Harper, and then he touches the first base bag. Marsh glides back at the wall, reaches up and makes the catch.
The Phillies had a big night at the plate.
It is gone! The 100th Citizens Bank Park home run for Bryce Harper.
Brandon Marsh hits one off the scoreboard, off the second deck in right.
And a fly ball. It is long gone. A 3-run bomb.
And Tyler pitched into the 9th.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. And now 2-2 with everybody on their feet. And 26-year-old Tyler Phillips in a complete game shutout. The remarkable story of a South Jersey Phillies fan continues to be written here at Citizens Bank Park.
Nothing that I could ever dreamed about this. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I have no idea what to say. It's awesome. The team plays the game the right way behind me, and I love every second of it.
Just before the trade deadline, we acquired Austin Hayes, a former Orioles All-Star, to play left field. We also added Angels closer Carlos Estevez to shore up the back end of the bullpen. As the calendar flipped to August, our problems continued. We couldn't seem to find the right guy to fill the 5th spot in the rotation. Taijuan Walker could never seem to get on track. Spencer Turnbull was having trouble staying healthy, and Tyler Phillips couldn't find the magic he had in his first 3 starts.
And the first pitch is drilled. Not the way the Phillies had hoped they would begin the month of August.
Those of us who have been around the game for a while definitely believe in the baseball gods. They were clearly messing with us.
And Dylan Moore's hit by that pitch to load the bases up. Up high, ball 4, and the Mariners literally walk it off. Fly ball center field, well hit. Marsh going back, and he can't see it. Oh, he made the catch.
He couldn't see it the entire time. He stuck his glove out, and it landed there. Phillies have now lost 7 consecutive openers to series. All right, so the Phillies will have to regroup. Swing and a massive blast to deep right field, and the Diamondbacks win it in the bottom of the 9th inning, 3-2. Past the diving Harper down the right field line. It's a 3-run triple.
Back home, the troubles continued.
We have not heard it like this at the ballpark for quite a long time. And this is not the way they anticipated beginning this homestand.
The natives were getting restless. Not good. Okay, it was up to us TV guys to change our luck. We decided to broadcast from the stands, right behind home plate. A pretty cool spot.
It's awesome to be out in the crowd.
Yeah, it is. It should bring a little more electricity than when just the two of us are up there in the booth being miserable. But no, this is good. This will be good.
It was a little hairy in terms of foul balls.
So that's what we have to be leery of, is the carom, John.
I know. I could feel one right off the back of the head.
Might knock some sense into you, Johnny.
Ben, I am dead broke when it comes to those cents.
All of a sudden, our mojo started working.
No doubt about it, it is done! A 3-run home run for Bohm. He's going to go back-to-back.
For everything that they had go wrong for the last 6 weeks, it's nice to see them kind of reminisce to the way things went right before the All-Star break. This is a great start.
Now, Weston Wilson was one of those guys who probably could be starting somewhere else in the big leagues. On our team, he was a role player, and a pretty darn good one. He even got 2 hits in the same inning.
Swung on a little jam shot towards second. He picks it up, and nobody's at first base.
The 11 men come to the plate. The Phils in control, 9-0.
Just what we needed, a laugher. And speaking of laughs...
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. We have them on.
It's like my hotel room at the Animal Kingdom.
Swinging a foul tip. He's retired on strikes. I hope this one never retires. That's pretty deep. Going back is call. It's gone! He's a double short of the cycle.
Tell you this, my new drinking vessel and an adult diaper, I would never have to leave the recliner.
Did I just say that? Anyway.
Out to right center field. This might do it. It will do it. Weston Wilson is going to get to second. He's got the cycle.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
How awesome is that?
Weston Wilson.
I got to stand up for
That
it.
is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That is so awesome.
Absolutely phenomenal.
It was a great night at Citizens Bank Park and a perfect lead-in to what was to be a very special weekend. Alumni Weekend, my favorite time of year. Nothing better than catching up with all my Phillies brothers. How's this for great theater? Chooch to Brad Lidge.
Carlos Ruiz and Brad Lidge.
Doesn't get any better than that. Brad came up to visit us in the booth.
It's pretty remarkable, and very few times in my entire career did I ever shake him off. And when I did, he typically put down the same finger again and give me a little fist bump, and I knew, okay, I'm doing what you're saying.
By the way, did you know that Brad Lidge has a PhD in archaeology?
I bet he'd look good in one of them leather hats too that Indiana Jones wore.
Where's Jamie? Jamie's got to do something else because Brad's going for his PhD.
Jamie Moyer?
Yeah.
But Jamie, Brad might be digging him up.
And Trey Turner gave us the perfect ending.
Swinging a fly ball out toward left field. Wood will watch it go over his head, and it's off the wall. Marshall score. Trey Turner gives the Phils the walk-off victory. 3-2, the final score here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Saturday was our Wall of Fame ceremony. I get chills thinking about my own induction back in 2011.
The luckiest people here are these 25 guys right here. They get to play in front of the greatest fans in all of sports every damn night.
I am honored to be a member of that club. Tonight, we're honoring a great man, David Montgomery. David was the spearhead for the building of Citizens Bank Park. He also put together the management team that led to 5 straight NL East championships. But most importantly, he was one of the finest human beings I've ever met. David's leadership touched everyone.
First word that comes to mind is family.
It would be almost impossible to find someone that didn't think that David Montgomery was the best person in the world.
You see people, you duck away to go around the corner. David was not that guy. You saw him, he had that big, infectious smile, and he just wanted to hug you, and those little beady eyes, you know, when he was really happy.
Always got a smile. Hey, Ryan, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, doing well, Mr. Montgomery. No, David, it's David. Mr. Montgomery's my dad.
This is a guy that one day would be sitting and eating lunch with the interns, and the next day he'd be in New York playing a key role with Bud Selig as commissioner of baseball and Rob Manfred after that.
Every commissioner had him on speed dial. They would call him for input about how the clubs might feel about certain things. So he was extremely instrumental in a lot of the big decisions made by Major League Baseball.
I don't know if there's a better person in that city that represented us, represented the Phillies, other than David.
We knew that he expected us to give it our all.
He put in the work to get the right players because it wasn't all about talent. It was all about who they are as people. He was very special. I learned an incredible amount of life experiences watching how he dealt with life.
John Middleton came up with a great idea to honor David's contribution to Citizens Bank Park.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you direct your attention to deep center field, where Doug Glanville is set to unveil a new eponymous and permanent fixture here at Citizens Bank Park in David's honor.
It was a great tribute to a great man. And Christopher Sanchez topped off an awesome day.
And Christopher Sanchez with his second complete game of the year. Absolutely spectacular for Christopher Sanchez tonight.
For the Sunday matinee, we paraded more heroes out around the ballpark.
Having a nice round of applause, some of the greatest Phillies baseball players of all time.
Up in the booth, Jamie Moyer responded to my wise-ass comment.
I don't know that I've ever seen a broadcaster cower when I walked into the broadcasting booth. John, what are you cowering about?
I made fun of your age.
And what year were you born?
And 61.
Okay. All right,
you?
Just check it, 62.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're a lot younger than me then.
All in all, it was a great weekend for memories and winning baseball. After Alumni Weekend, we had a 7-game lead in the NL East. The closest team in the standings was the Atlanta Braves. We would play them 7 times in the next 2 weeks. All we needed to do was to hold serve, and we'd be in great shape for the stretch drive. John Smoltz helped set the tone.
Well, they've got a great roster. Every team goes through a period where the glass is half empty, and right now it's half empty, but it won't stay that way. The roster's too good. This team has a great chance to win the World Series, so it will turn to the glass half full pretty soon.
Down in Atlanta, the Braves drew first blood.
And Laureano in the gap, and that ball is caught on a sinking liner by Laureano on the backhand, and that ends the game.
But the next night...
Well, you want some drama. How about Whit Merrifield, the guy that the Phillies let go 40 days ago at the plate with a chance to win it?
The 0-1 is shot the other way, and knocking it down is Harper. He'll step on the bag, and it's never easy, but the Phillies have won it 3-2.
Back in Philly, Alec Bohm went down in the first inning to a hand injury. Edmundo filled in.
That's a heck of a punt. Heck of a play by Sosa. Dug out by Harper. What a play.
We were down 4-0 in the 6th.
Phillies 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Up the alley. Harris going back to the track. Looking up. It's gone! Brandon Marsh with a 3-run home run to the opposite field. Harris is back at the track, at the wall. It's gone into the hedges, and Castellanos has turned the game around. 5-4 Phillies.
Broke his bat, ground ball toward third, charging Sosa. He's got it, throws on the run, in time, and the ball game is over. The Phillies have extended their lead in the National League East to 6 games.
Edmundo does it again.
Larry has his hand pointed out towards left field. Are you calling another homer?
Yep. Blasted deep left center field, and you got it, buddy. And Mundo Sosa clobbers that one up the alley in left center field. Wow. And the Phillies are on the board first tonight.
That was all the offense Zach needed.
And it's 7 shutout innings tonight for Zach Wheeler.
And Carlos Estevez nailed it down.
He struck him out. The Phillies shut out the Braves, and they lead by 6 games in the East with less than a month to play.
And Zach Wheeler, win number 100 in his big league career against the same team against which he picked up number 1.
For the series finale, we took it to extra innings.
The Phillies have 7 walk-off wins, and Castellanos has driven home the winning run in 3 of them. Swinging a line drive up the middle, base hit, game over, Phillies win it! Castellanos, his 4th walk-off hit of the season as the Phillies win it 3-2 here in the bottom of the 11th. He comes through in the 6th to tie it. He comes through in the 11th to win it.
And with that, we pretty much put the Braves in the rearview mirror. Earlier that day, we sponsored the annual Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. Every year, we team up with Nemours Hospital and bring a bunch of kids to the ballpark. It's our way of giving them a special memory during their long road to recovery.
Batting second, shortstop, number 7, my favorite player, Trey Turner.
As a cancer survivor myself, this event is very meaningful. It's a great reminder to all of us that even in the middle of a pennant race, there are some things in life more important than a little white ball.
All righty, I'll come with you the whole way. Ready, go. Drop it. We're gonna run this way, this way. High five, everybody. High five, high five, high five. Keep going.
And here she comes.
Touch home plate. Show them your shimmy. Show them your shimmy. Hey, good job. That was awesome.
Bryce Harper is a special ball player.
He's going to win the game for the Phillies.
Love the foreshadowing. Phillies and the Astros tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 10th inning. A run and the Phillies win it. Ground ball, right side, into right field, a base hit. Here comes Schwarber, not in time! Bryce Harper wins it! Here in the bottom of the 10th inning, 3-2.
Okay, 1 month left in the regular season. It was fairly evident that we would win the East. The next goal was to finish strong and set up for the postseason, to stay healthy and line up the rotation. And there was plenty of motivation to win each game. The team with the best record got home field advantage in the playoffs, and Philly has the best home field in baseball. The big boys got it done.
And a high fly ball in deep right field. They've come all the way back. A 3-run missile. Kyle Schwarber's 3rd home run of the night. That is unbelievable. And the Phillies have taken the 2 games here in Toronto. And the resurgence continues as we roll through the first week of September.
It was going to be a team effort, and our role players stepped up big time. Cody Clements was a great role player off the bench, the kind a championship team needs.
It's a 2-run opposite field double. The kid rakes.
And Rojas, it's his 3rd double of the night. The Phillies blow out the Marlins tonight. It's the Phillies' 6th consecutive victory.
Back in Philly, 3 games versus the Rays. Great baseball. The Rays had a no-hitter going into the 6th. Till this.
Here's a swing and a high drive, deep right center, and that will untie the game. How's that for the first hit of the night?
Okay, winning 1-0 in the 9th. Here come those baseball gods again.
Rojas is going back, out toward the 409 side. He jumps, he had it and went over the fence. Oh my! He had it right near the 409 and then it rolled off his glove and over the fence. It's a 1-1 game, bless his soul.
But in the bottom of the 9th, we had another magic moment. Just like Tyler Phillips, Buddy Kennedy had spent his youth rooting for the Phillies. The Millville native had been to many games at Citizens Bank Park, and now he was standing at home plate with the game on the line. Of course, the hometown crowd picked up on it, and the magic began.
Fans continue to chant his name. Now low ball four, the bases are loaded.
One of the best walks I've ever seen. Up stepped another hero.
1-0. Line drive, base hit to right field. The Phils will win the game. Cody Clemens can rink. He wins it 2-1 here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
The next night, tied game in the eighth.
Line up, Benson into right field. That's going to bring in two. Stevenson a second, two-run double.
And Buddy Kennedy has driven home the 7th run of the night for the Phillies. Deep left field. Turner puts the exclamation point on the 8th.
The Rays pitcher didn't seem to like that.
Oh, Castellanos is hit by the pitch, and he is not happy. The benches are going to clear. Harper's already at the mounds.
If you're going to get upset by giving up runs, don't give up
runs.
The next night,
out to the wall, he jumps, and it's off the top of the wall, and it's out of the ballpark. It's a two-run home run.
That's a vindication right there, isn't it?
Nick Castellanos is a stud. He played in all 162 games this year. Trust me, that's not easy to do. Down the stretch, he really helped carry the team.
The Phillies have swept out the Rays. They're 30 games over the 500 mark, and their magic number to clinch the East is sliced to single digits.
By mid-September, the Mets had overtaken the Braves for second place in the East. They had overcome a miserable start and were now red hot. We would face them 7 times in the next 10 days. Steady goes it, boys. Game 1 went their way.
And it is gone. A 3-run home run. The Mets have their second 3-run home run of the inning. And now they're up 6-0 here in the 5th.
That's annoying. But then our fans showed the Mets how to stay classy.
Oh, gave it to the kid with the Mets side.
Way to go. Sweet.
It's a city of brotherly love.
The next day, Bryce Harper started to heat up.
Swung on, hit deep right field, and that one is going to make it a 1-run game. Bryce Harper delivers his second home run of the afternoon.
Now they're getting into it. This is what Bryce Harper can do to electrify a crowd with one swing of the bat.
And Cal Stevenson kept the electricity flowing.
He swings and drives down to the right field corner, and that ball is off the wall, and the Phillies have the lead. Throws his hands in the air, and Stevenson has given the Phils a 5-4 lead. What an at-bat for Cal Stevenson.
Then saved the game with his glove.
Swung on, hit high in the air, center field. It's deep. Cal Stevenson back at the track, at the wall. He leaps. Oh, and he got it! It's the Cal Stevenson game. Are you kidding me? Have yourself an afternoon, young man.
That is absolutely incredible.
Ground ball past Estevez, but Turner has it. Throws to first, and the ball game's over. And what a comeback today for the Phillies. Down 4 early. But they rally to win it 6-4, and the magic number is down to 7 for the Phillies to clinch the National League East.
In the stands was Buddy Kennedy's grandfather, Don Money, the former Philly who hit the first homer at the Vet back in 1971. It's pretty cool. The next day, 8th inning, Mets up 1-0, and Buddy was money.
Swung on, hit deep down the left field line. That's going to tie the game. Buddy Kennedy delivers. Wilson will score back-to-back doubles, and we're tied up at 1.
Jose Ruiz got us through the 9th.
Got him looking.
And JT brought us home.
And JT hits one of the game. Right center to win the game. Castellanos will score, and the Phillies beat the Mets on a walk-off by JT Realmuto. Magic number is down to 6 as JT with his 6th career walk-off hit.
Back up in New York.
Well, Taijuan Walker, basically the same fate as every other person that's gone to the mound as the 5th starter for the Phils. A dreadful hole for the Phils.
But the next night...
Going back to the track, at the wall, looking up, and it's gone! And Alec Bohm makes it really hurt. blocked, and it's a 3-run shot, and the Phillies blow it wide open. And the ball game is over, and the Phillies, for the 3rd year in a row, will head back to Major League Baseball's postseason.
They have an expectation in that locker room that every year we should be having a chance to compete for a world championship.
I love you guys, and this is the first step of many more.
Cheers. Let's go.
Okay, one more win to clinch the East. And what better place to make history than Citizens Bank Park?
JT hits one out to center field. That's pretty well hit. Pete Crow Armstrong's going back, and it's gone into the bushes. A 2-run home run for JT. And the Phillies strike first here in the second.
Well hit way back to right center field, and that one is gone. Kyle Schwarber, number 37 on the season. It gives him 100 runs batted in.
Our defense had been good all summer.
Going back on it is Rojas out toward Monty's angle and runs it down. And runner goes, pitches a strike. Got him. Second base on one hop. He is out at second base. Castellanos is back. So is Rojas. Rojas is there. The young man says, I got it.
He says he got it, and he gets it.
And Aaron Nola came up big.
And a cold strike 3, 7 strikeouts. Phillies needed Aaron Nola to step it up tonight, and he did step it up.
One more out to go.
Phillies took over first place on May 3rd, and they've not looked back. 42,386 on their feet. Everybody ready to capture the moment. The 2-2. Swing and a fly ball. Right center field. Castellanos going back. On the edge of the track. Makes the catch. The ball game is over. For the first time in 13 years, the Phillies will celebrate as National League East champions. It's their 12th divisional crown, and they'll mob each other on the mound one more time. They said it was a goal at the start of the year. Yes, they won a National League pennant 2 years ago. Wild card representatives the last 2 years. But this was a goal for everyone.
When we entered the playoffs, they said it was very difficult to get here. And to win a division is even more difficult. So congratulations on that. I brought John in here. John, come on over here.
Oh, son.
Remember in spring training, the man said he wants a trophy.
We're going to get it.
Yeah!
On Fan Appreciation Day, Brandon Marsh addressed the crowd with his usual flair.
It's been a blessing to play in front of you guys this year. We wouldn't want to be in any other place here than CBP. You guys make it special for us. We accomplished a big goal, taking over the East, and we're going to need you guys to bring the thunder, and we're going to have to let the dogs eat.
And with that, we're on our way to Red October.
From Citizens Bank Park, today it's Game 1 of the National League Division Series as the National League East champion Philadelphia Phillies play host to their longtime division rivals, the New York Mets.
The Phillies were well set up for the postseason. We finished with the second best record in all of baseball, just 2 games behind the Dodgers. We were well rested and pretty much healthy. It was the luck of the playoff tournament that our first opponent would be the Mets. Best of 5. They had to claw and scratch just to make the postseason, and their pitching was unrested, but they seemed to have some kind of special mojo, kind of like the Phillies did 2 years before. It's going to be interesting. Game 1, we struck early.
Swung on. There's number 21, way up into the second deck. Kyle Schwarber leads off with a homer, and it's 1-0 Phillies.
Is there anything better to start a playoff game?
I have no idea what that would be.
The big man did it again, and Zach Wheeler was on top of his game.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout number 9 on the day. Zach Wheeler gives the Phillies everything they could have hoped for here in Game 1. 7 shutout innings from the big right-hander.
but our normally shut-down bullpen couldn't get it done.
Well, the Phillies bullpen takes over, and the Mets break through. 5 runs across here in the 8th inning.
The next night proved to be one of the most exciting games ever played at Citizens Bank Park.
And Mark Vientos, who came into the day 0 for 7 against Sanchez, now has a double and a homer, and the Mets have a 2-0 lead.
The Mets came out swinging.
And it's 3-0 New York as Alonso. It's his 2nd homer of the postseason.
Counterpunch.
Harper swings, drives it high and deep center field. Bader going back to the track, looking up, and it's gone off the batter's eye. 2-run home run for Bryce Harper. Straightaway center field. And there's life back in the joint. Blasted, game is tied. Castellanos way back to left center. Back for the Phillies, and it's a brand new game. 3-3 here in the bottom of the 6th.
And Brandon Nimmo responds, and the Mets regain the lead. It's 4-3.
Swung on, line down the right field line. It's fair, just inside the line. The game's tied. Castellanos into 3rd. Dusty is waving him home. Here's the relay to the plate. There'll be no throw. Phillies lead it as the birthday boy Bryson Stott puts the Phillies on top 5-4. Runners coming home. Vientos drops it. Stott slides home safely, and JT's aboard at first. It's 6-4 Phillies.
Mark Vientos has done it again, and the Mets have done it again. It's 6-6 in the 9th.
The Phillies, during the regular season this year, enjoyed 10 walk-off wins, and Nick Castellanos delivered the winning hit in 4 of them. Swung on, line down the left field line, and that's going to win it. Castellanos has done it. Turner is scoring, and the Phillies walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. A Game 2 victory, 7-6, as the Phillies come racing out of the dugout. Nick Castellanos racing over to the backstop. His son Liam is there waiting for him. How about that?
It was one for the ages. Unfortunately, it would be the last game at Citizens Bank Park for the year. Up in New York, the Mets' magic continued. We had run into a buzzsaw.
Swung on, hit high in the air, deep right field. That one is going to go. Swung on, hit sharply, caught by Iglesias. He'll flip to Lindor to double play. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ball game's over, and the Phillies' season is 1 loss away from being over.
In Game 4, we scored first.
He bobbles it and then bobbles it again. Everybody is safe, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead.
But Francisco Lindor fired the kill shot.
Belted up the alley, right center, and that ball is gone. Francisco Lindor turns the game around. A grand slam for Lindor. Mets lead 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. It's over. Edwin Diaz with a 101-mile-an-hour fastball sends the Mets into the league championship series.
It was a hard pill to swallow. An entire season filled with so much promise, gone in a heartbeat.
I mean, losing sucks, man. There's no way around it. Do I think that they are a better team than us? No. But this series, they were.
Give credit where credit's due. They played phenomenal. There's always going to be what ifs, right? And everything's going to play through everyone's head, and that's natural.
I wish I could have done more, obviously, on a personal level. Got to finish the job. I mean, obviously, got a great group of guys in here. Got a really good core. Just wasn't able to get the job done.
Ask a million questions, it's hard to find an answer. I know we're all going to probably do some version of that, talk about it quite a bit this offseason, try to figure it out and get some of those answers.
Of course, yeah, I know we can, yeah. I mean, obviously we haven't got it done the last couple of years, but that's not to say that this isn't a really good ball club.
Yes, I do think it's a good roster. I think it's a good club. I think it's a club that's capable of winning a world championship. We've been close. You want to get better. You're never happy unless you win the whole thing, and we didn't win the whole thing. So I think we have a real good core of players. But again, I think we'll be open-minded to see if we can make our ball club better. We're talented enough to win. We didn't play very well in the postseason this year. We just didn't as a club. It's hard to win. There's a lot of good clubs out there. And so you just have to be the club playing the best at the right time. That's what makes winning feel so good, because it's so hard.
So where do we go from here? We all take a collective exhale, then draw comfort in the knowledge that this is a really good baseball team. The dedication and work ethic of the staff is second to none. There is no lack of talent and leadership in that clubhouse. They have arguably the best four-man rotation in the game, and they play in the most electric atmosphere in all of baseball. This current team is on pace to equal or exceed the great Phillies teams of the late 70s and 1980, and the powerhouse teams that won 5 straight NL East titles starting in 2007. We are right in the middle of a special time in our history.